Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're someone who tends to come off their posture, especially coming from an early extension, hitting a lot of thin shots, a lot of blocks, we have a great drill for you. I'm here with Jake, the teaching professional here at the Eastern Golf Club. We're going to talk over some
drills that we can do to stay in posture. There's a big misconception that we need to keep our head down. We need to get that out of our minds.
So stay tuned. Hit a few shots, Jake.
Yep.
Because I do also struggle a lot with the early extension, with the trail leg coming forward, and then I tend to get up on it.
Your upper body goes up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so just to me that sound is a bit thin.
Yeah, it was
right?
a bit thin, yeah.
Yeah, so it can mean that when you were coming through your shot, the hips go forward, okay, which causes the upper body to go up, all right, which gets you further away from the ball and you miss your good contact.
Yep.
All right, so what's the most common thing you hear when a beginner starts playing and their old man teaches them how to golf and they're topping the ball? What do they say?
Get down on it?
Keep your head down.
Oh, keep your head down,
Keep your head down,
yep.
Slumpy.
Okay. Yep.
Because the person will still, hips go forward, head stays down,
Yep.
and they get into this really weird position.
So even getting the head to stay down, it's still
not going to help.
Yeah.
No way.
That's
All right.
yeah.
But that's what people have been trained to know.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to get that concept out of our minds.
Yep.
And instead, think about the chest staying down into the shot while the hips are going back. Okay?
Yep.
So the hips don't necessarily just go lunge forward. Okay? It's a bit of a combination of lunging forward and also going back so that your chest and upper body can stay in the shot, then you can come up and through it. Okay? Now, if my hips will go forward, I'll go up, all right, and gets me further away from the ball.
Right. And is there a good drill that people can do even at home?
Even at home, let's come over to our wall. So, I want you to take your setup as close to the wall as possible, but without touching it.
Okay.
Okay? Now, as you're swinging through, I want your left hip to now be touching the wall. Okay?
Yep.
And now what that does is it allows your hip to go forward, but you're also going back while your chest is staying down in the ground. Okay? You're not getting this movement where your hips go up and now your head goes up and you hit it strike.
Yep. So
You hit
there.
it thin. Yep. Good. And then I want you to still feel the ground. Okay?
Okay.
I always see a lot of amateurs try and lift the ball up. Okay? Golf's a weird sport.
It is.
Okay?
There's enough loft on the
It's
club.
unique. That's right.
Use that to help the ball get up.
Literally.
Not trying to.
It's the only game that I know that the ball is on the ground and we need to actually hit down to go up.
That's a funny concept.
We have to hit down to go up.
Okay.
We can't hit up to go up. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Thin it.
Thin it. Yeah.
Exactly.
We hit it fat actually. Like I tend to do that as when I get like this,
That's right.
and then I hit the ground too early.
Before the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you drop kick it for
Yeah.
sure. So trust that you need to hit down, get that brush of the ground for the ball to go up.
Okay.
Now, what do we have to do with driver? Do we hit down or hit up on driver?
I hear the term that you have to hit up on the ball.
Yeah, but because the ball's off the ground now.
Yeah.
All right, so the ball's sitting on a tee off the ground so we can hit up to go up.
Right. Okay.
So for your drill, I want you to set up as close to the wall as possible. Take your good turn. Now, feel your left hip hit the wall and your hands hit the ground. That's right. So now you're staying in posture, you're promoting a good strike.
Okay.
All right? Let's see how that goes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So feeling like my hips touching that imaginary wall.
Correct.
And brushing that.
Yeah, I love hearing that sound of the grass. All right?
Okay.
Because you're changing your concept now.
Yeah.
You're not just keeping your head down and trying to lift up on it. You're now getting that left hip going back and you're trying to brush the grass.
Okay.
All right? So you're hitting down to go up. Ball strike.
That was so pure.
I've heard a lot of golf shots in my life, and the difference from your first shot to that shot, the strike was spot on.
I was afraid that the ball wasn't gonna actually get up by coming down at it, but
Yeah, but that's why our irons, they all sit differently. They all have different lofts. Okay, so we don't need to try and lift it up anymore.
If you like, especially when you've got an 8 iron or something and you try and lift it up, that club becomes like a pitching wedge,
Absolutely.
gap wedge.
You lose distance.
Yeah.
You're not hitting the club with true loft. That's why I see a lot of players with their long irons, they don't go as far and they probably go just as far as their 7 iron
Right. Okay.
because they're trying to lift up on
Lift
it
it up.
and creating loft.
Okay. All right.
Nice shot.
Wow. It's
Pretty good.
really that hip pushing back.
That's right. Yeah,
Have a
that's the
few.
thought. So, my feeling with that drill is that when I'm on the way through, that left hip is hitting the wall, and I'm feeling this. Can you hear that sound?
Yeah, I can hear that.
How it's much more of a thud.
Yeah.
All right, if you're only just getting, couldn't even hear that.
No.
All right, that's still probably going to be thin, or it's going to come out the first or second grooves.
Wow, look at your sweet
Okay.
spot there.
Tiger
Up
Woods,
there.
mate.
Yeah.
These are his old
Jeez.
clubs. Yeah. So,
And you'll notice that when you do this, obviously we're hitting it off the mats, but on the grass, this is how you create divot.
for sure.
I don't hit a lot of divot, but
No.
because I'm always just trying to catch the ball first.
Yeah, yeah.
But it-
Definitely. When you're out on course, the ball obviously is sitting different to the mat. Okay, you're on a down slope, an up slope, uphill, downhill this way. Okay, so it's important to have that initial practice swing just to get a feeling for your strike.
Okay.
Okay, don't be afraid to brush the grass. Just sand your divot afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, and then once you practice that enough, you might get a strike similar to this.
Wow. Similar to that, Jake?
Similar to that if you train hard enough.
I'd be pretty happy with that, to be honest.
For sure. Let's go again. I reckon we can get better than that.
Yeah.
All right, but again, my initial feel is that left hip goes back, my chest stays over the ball. I'm feeling that strike.
Oh my God. I heard that brush that time.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Again, simple drill, wasn't it?
So simple.
Not worried about A1, A2, A3.
No. So just to recap, staying in posture doesn't necessarily mean just keeping your head down, because you can still
Come up out of posture.
come up it. Yeah, I can have my head down, but move my body
Around.
around it.
Sure.
So it's the hips pushing back
Yep.
and going down at it.
Feeling the brush of the grass.
Okay.
For sure. Promotes more in the shot and a better strike.
Thank you, Jake.
No worries.
I've never hit a ball better in my life.
That strike was
Yeah.
pure
I'm
with
gonna
those
do that on the
Tacoma
course
irons.
now. Yeah. Tacoma by yourself one.
Pretty good.
Thank you, Jake.
Good job.